John chapter 14, verse 2. My Father's house has many rooms, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am. Revelations 19:7. Let us rejoice and be glad and give him glory, for the wedding of the Lamb has come, and his bride has made herself ready. So I ask, who are you on the inside?
Did you hear Christ calling you?
Asking that you take my name.
You're already forgiven.
And write it on the inside.
When you take Christ's last name, Yeshua, the Son of Man, is calling. Christ has already forgiven you.
Tell me when you come home soon.
My God.
Tell me that you'll take my name.
Hired by Yeshua, Yeshua, the Father, the Son.
Now our minds have become your canvas, as you paint over all of our scars. Just a life of a sin and repentance. You only see our beautiful parts, as our hearts become convicted. You whisper freedom is already yours. So much lust in the world of addictions, only creating more of a void. Yes, my God has broken every chain. Ask me who I am, I'm not a slave. Yeah, these dry bones, they can live again. I'ma show the miracle he's made, a testimony of a fallen man, that I died and had to rise again. I'ma show the world just who I am, who I am. Who are you on the inside? Asking that you take my name and write it on the inside of your heart. Tell me when you come home soon. Tell me when you come home soon. Tell me that you'll take my name and write it on the inside of your heart. You baptize me in words of your wisdom, as it overflows from your cup. Your water is sweeter than honey. I can't get enough of your love. I remember when I was unfaithful, you steadily keeping your word. Your mercy and grace is sufficient, oh Lord, to fix the broken pieces in us. Oh, yeah. Yes, my God has broken every chain. Ask me who I am, I'm not a slave. Yeah, these dry bones, they can live again. I'ma show the miracle he's made, a testimony of a fallen man, that I died and had to rise again. I'ma show the world just who I am, who I am. Who are you on the inside? Asking that you take my name and write it on the inside of your heart.
Oh boy, CO, we just blessed another one.
Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing? I'm your host, Chop.
And Aksham, we here for y'all tonight.
Yes, sir.
Coming back with another one.
A big one.
Yeah,
Every one of them is a big one.
Because guess what? We got another day to get it right.
Factual.
We seeking to do this for the name of Yeshua, COE,
Factual.
Christ over
Everything.
everything. As we stated, we're going to keep stating it. So it's always big when we shine the light for Christ and striving to be a light within Christ's, whole infrastructure. So That's a big thing. Huh? So,
Factuals.
yeah, man. So if y'all would, family, shalom to all y'all.
Shalom.
Like, share. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription. Feel me? About to get ready to start another one.
Yeah, so
How y'all doing out there?
Run down with Shalom. How you say that? Karatha.
Karath Ra'ash. That's my big art.
Shalom.
You already know, art. Can't wait to see you again, man.
Tashaya. Is it Tashaya or is it?
Tashaya Summers, where you at?
Shalom.
I think that's a sister. Shalom for coming through. How you doing? Hope
Shalom, man. Wiggins in there.
One of the day ones.
Day ones. Yes,
Sister
sir.
Wiggins down there in the Georgia body. We're going to always give you a shout out, sis. Yay.
Oh, praise to the Most High. Shalom. Shalom, everybody and everybody else that coming through that's been locking in with us. So we just going to go straight in. We're going to hit y'all with that good little mission statement real quick.
All right. I don't have it with me, so I'm going off the dome today, y'all. So we at TBT Radio seek to bring forth all those that are shedding light and bringing forth positive movements in the community or in the world for our people and all people in general by way of spirituality, entertainment / arts, and an overall entrepreneurial mindset. So y'all know what we're striving to do here at TBT, man. We trying to, just bring a positive vibe in the what is going on right now in the world. So you need some upliftment, you need some encouragement. And that's what we tend to do here, and we're striving to grow and keep everyone encouraged, because I know it's great things happening for all the believers and all those that even striving to believe. So, make sure you share this podcast with those that are, they may be battling with their faith right now. Let them know there's other believers out there that, believe, and we're holding it down 10 toes down in the Most High's faith and in what He has going on, because everything else, really, we should tune out now, because it's just here to try to blind us from what's really happening. I know I had stated it, and this is just off the record, and then we're going to get right into it. When I was over there visiting with I Am Fit podcast, man, just speaking about how the brother Isaac Bruce stood firm, and he understood, man, we got to get this word out. So that's what we're striving to do. We just put our brick in to get the word out to our people, as believers. Nothing to be ashamed of, is it all?
Hey, we got to be spiritually
Connected. New shirt, y'all. We got a new shirt in the building. Let's get spiritually connected.
And live sin free.
Yeah. So, co-life, we striving to get these different sayings, different motivations to stay, in a righteous spirit and in an uplifted spirit. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to bring in who y'all came to see. We hope y'all came to see us too, but it's not all about us. It's about Christ. And like I said, we come to introduce a guest tonight.
Oh, praises. So we about to get ready to bring them in. Yeah, we about to bring them in. Where you at? Where is it? We had a little technical difficulties earlier. The Most High will prevail. Okay. Oh. There we go.
There he is.
Yeah.
Shalom.
All praises. We got Stevie Dimond in here, boy.
Stevie Dimond. Introducing Stevie Dimond, a brother that's doing
Shalom.
some good things right now.
All praises, man. All praises and honor to the power, man. To our power, the great I am, man. I'm just a regular guy, man. That's all I can tell y'all, man. Just grew up regular way, good. I had love in my household, but I had my struggles, and I got a story to tell.
We want to hear it, So yeah, man. Glad to have you on, It's a blessing for all of us to be on the land of the living, and like I said, to give all praise be to the Father, man. So without further ado, man, introduce yourself, man. Who are you?
Well, some know me as Stephen Potts, from Virginia, but I got the name Stevie Dimond as a artist. They used to call me Lil Stevie or Stevie P, and I went through a whole sequence of stuff as a developing singer-songwriter as a child. My father was a Baptist minister who used to sing from the pulpit, and I used to enjoy it so much that it made me interested in becoming a singer. And God took me on a journey, starting with church. But I left the church for a while, and God took me on a nice journey, man.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. So what I want to ask, man, I checked out, I got to check you out, man. Get to know my brother, but this is where we get to know you even more. So how was life before we get to, your upbringing and things like that, but I want you to give us a little insight of how was life growing up in Virginia, man? How was that for you?
Well, it was, I could say in my household it was loving, but it was rough. It was rough growing up. In the part, I come from a city called Portsmouth, Virginia. It was predominantly projects. It was a military town. It's a military town that, where a lot of the projects that were standing used to be military housing, and then they turned them into projects later. And that right there, is where I kind of grew up in that surrounded by that kind of environment. And but I had the love of God in my home. My mother is a Christian, God-fearing woman, and so was my dad. So is my dad, and so I had that. But we all had our challenges, though, and even in our household, and I end up witnessing divorce and a lot of things growing up. Childhood trauma and things like that came into play, but it developed a passion for me to have an outlet for that pain. And God gave me an ability to utilize singing for that. And so
if I may ask, I know you say you needed an outlet. So before finding Christ, what were leading up to finding Christ? What were some of the outlets that you chose?
Man, not so good. Not so good.
The reason why I'm asking, because I think I state this always through the show, because I want to make sure I drive this home for all of the listeners. I know a lot of our listeners are strong in their faith and getting stronger in their faith, but I want to speak to those listeners that the Most High may bless us with, and shout out to all of you all that may not be quite there in your faith, to encourage them, let them know that we came from where you're at. So, just, you don't have to go all the way into it, but just let them know, how you got to this point. So, yeah.
I would love to enlighten people, man. I'm just an average guy that dared to be great. That's a saying that people say today, but God is what made me great. But I come from selling drugs. I got expelled from high school. After my mother and father got divorced, I went through a whirlwind of pain and just trying to find myself, and who I needed to be and what I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, in this world, because I was a high school student, didn't know what I even wanted to be, what I wanted to do as an occupation. But we used to do rap ciphers in the morning, every morning at this high school called Churchland High School. Shout out to Churchland truckers out there, out P-Town, you know what I'm saying? We used to do these ciphers in the morning, and I used to do the little beatboxing and everything. And I started out rhyming and rapping and stuff, but it turned into singing and I also used to do like sounds with my throat and my mouth. My boys, all my brothers, Ike and all those guys, rest in peace, Dre. All of us used to cipher in the morning, and one morning we got into a big fight with another rival neighborhood, and it got me expelled out of school. From there, I ended up in the streets selling drugs. Because just trying to make sure things were balanced in the household, food and stuff was happening at home. It wasn't a thing that I glorified. I wasn't doing it for a lifestyle. I was doing it more so for survival. And I had a couple of buddies that kind of made it easy to get into. But I didn't feel right about it, and nor did the streets. God always put somebody around me. Even in the streets, the crackheads would be like, "Nah, you don't supposed to be out here. You don't supposed to be out here." Everybody used to be like, "Nah, that's singing boy." Everybody used to call me singing boy. oh, that singing boy, da 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 da. They gave me a little nickname because I used to be around singing happy birthday and stuff like that on people's birthdays. And they'd be like, sing for my daughter, da 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 da. And I do that, you know what I'm saying?
How old was
So
you
everybody,
when you started that? When they had you doing that?
When you became singing boy.
singing boy was
Singing boy.
singing boy happened when I was about 15, 16 years old. And I used to be out this neighborhood, this project that's knocked down now called Jeffrey Wilson Projects. And I was out there hustling and everything, but a wake-up call happened because I had there was guys I was beefing with from high school end up finding me out there at my because one of my good friends, Juicy, she had died, and they used to sell like fish dinners and stuff out of their house. And I was out there, and they was having a going home celebration for it, and that all the rival neighborhoods came out there because everybody knew Juicy. And next thing you know, I'm getting shot at, and almost lost my life out there in Jeffrey Wilson. And but by the grace of God, I fell on the ground and nothing hit me. It hit, God rest in peace to the guy that did get hit, but I didn't get hit. And I'm here to sit here and talk with y'all right here now. God was calling me. And I ended up shortly after that, I ended up in DC, where I ended up in a singing group under the same management with Jay Holiday. And this is how the development of Stevie Dimond came into play. The name and everything. It was a good brother named Justin Winters, who was in Corey and West, all those guys that was managing my singing group. I was part of a production team called Encore. Big love to Gino and Brandon Sneed, all those brothers that showed me so much love and gave me an outlet where I was around brothers that was producing and doing some positive things. I really do appreciate that, because in that atmosphere, I started to learn about the music industry. That's when I used to have these talks with my manager named Justin Winters, because I love God.
I think we lost him.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, somebody's trying to call me, and I don't know if they realize that this is live. Sorry about that.
Typically when everybody want to call, like when you're doing something. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, no.
Not now. So Stevie Dimond is coming up. So there's a guy named Jay Holiday that's being developed. He was coming out of a group called 295, and some of the when they broke up and Jay Holiday went solo, I ended up in a group with some of the leftover members from that group.
Hold on, real quick, like DJ Holiday, like Bed.
Yeah, we was under the same management. We were under the same management. Justin Winters, Corey, and West, all those guys were our managers. And before Jay Holiday was Jay Holiday, I knew his mother, who was a Baptist. She was part of the charismatic movement. She was a pastor, and and she used to come talk to me. She said, "You remind me so much of my son." And the whole time I didn't know who her son was. The whole time, because I knew her before I knew her son.
So
So
you telling me she didn't approve of Bed?
She approved of the music. She approved of everything. She used to always see
it is Christianity, I mean that the more accepting of transgression,
Right.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So she was very loving. I used to see her in the flea market. I didn't know she was Jay Holiday's mom. And she kept saying Nam. Nam, her son was named Nam or whatever. Whole time I'm under the same management with her son. He's Jay Holiday to me. He's Nam to her. And she was like, "You remind me so much of my son." I used to see her in the flea market and all of that. I just talked to her for hours. And so, long story short, I'm under management with all these guys, man. I used to talk about God with my manager all the time. God was always on my mind for some reason. And he said, "Your name ain't Stevie, man. We gotta give you a different name." He said, "They gave Jay Holiday. So he was like, 'You Stevie Dimond. You dropping jewels.'" He said, he said, man, and from that day on, I kept the name. I didn't know it had a bigger purpose until God showed me we were the Jews of the earth. And you know, we were like precious stones. And you know, and these things were so synonymous with my walk and where God had brought me from the dirt, from the bottom. So I'm proud of where I come from. I would not change where I come from. You come from somewhere that's rich and beautiful and you always grew up in a big house, more power to you. I love it. But I come from that.
Where you come from, right? It's diamonds come from what?
Come from the dirt. They come from pressure.
You feel me?
That's where we come from.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, I saw that happened. I ended up going into the music industry. Eventually we started working with as a production team. We were working with the Making of the Band TV show for a while. Shout out to Jack Knight and you know, and all those guys that was a part of that development of that show. And of course, everything didn't pan out business wise the way I wanted to with that thing, but it was a good experience as a songwriter. I learned a lot about songwriting because them dudes would put you through the ringer with writing. They didn't just let you get away with just writing. You know what I'm saying? Just some.
So
go ahead,
would you say that helped shape you and mold you into? Because man, I know we spilling over into like the second half, but that's mainly what I know what everybody wants to hear, man. Like I know when I hear your music, man, I can definitely tell it's skilled. It is skilled, man, and
all praises.
Hey, man, so would you say that what you know the trials and error that you went through there helped shape your style now?
Yes, it was a guy by the name of Jay Sharp that came into the picture. I want to send big love to him because
shout out to Jay
Sharp.
Shout out to Jay Sharp. I hope you're watching, Jay Sharp. Man. I know we didn't get a chance to get back to you, but we will. So yeah.
So he was while I'm in this group or whatever, this singing group, I'm going to a 9-to-5 job at a call center called Call Pro, and doing calls in this call center, and I meet up with this guy. He was my coworker at work, and he used to pull me to one day he pulled me to the side. He said, "You're an artist, aren't you?" He just something just made him ask me. I said, "Yeah."
So you got that artist vibe, huh?
Yeah, I guess it was like the haircut or something. I don't know. But he was like, I think I had braids then. I had long braids. I had a little, matter of fact, Jay Holiday stole my braids, by the way. That was me first. But yeah, so Jay Sharp, he comes, he says, "You're an artist, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." And I really believe in this brother, man. He was such a friendly guy. He came across very friendly. And he was himself. Jay Sharp is like, I'm a nerd. He's a nerd. I was like, man, let's link up, because that's all I really want to hang around. I ain't really like drama too much. I've been through enough of that, so I just wanted to do hang around some regular guys. And he was an aspiring engineer, and eventually he went off to college at Howard, and then went to Norfolk State, and met up with Sprague from that was working. Sprague was Teddy Riley's manager. Engineer, and he went under his mentorship and learned how to engineer under Teddy Riley's engineer, and that became after getting developed, he became my engineer and developed the sound that you're hearing now. And also involved with that was him giving us the opportunity. He set up that opportunity with the Making of the Band thing, and that's when I knew it was something up with this guy. I was like, he can develop situations. So he got us a situation with that, and years down the line, here we are, still working together. So I took a break. I kind of want to fast forward a little bit, because the music industry became I kept getting in situations and they would fizzle out, and I was trying to figure out why. Spiritually, why was God allowing me to connect spiritually to the philosophy that was in the music industry at that, and I was like, God, my mom always used to pray over me. She was like, "You're going into the devil's arena. I'm praying for you, son. That God leads you, that you do this for God." She always told me she wanted me to do it for God. And I didn't know.
And I want to go back there because I know you said you wanted to fast forward because that's what I was going to go back to because you spoke about how the influence of music came from seeing your pops singing in church. So let's not forget where we at here, but let's go back there and come back to right where you at. So obviously the Most High had a plan there connecting the two. So give us a little experience of seeing your pops doing his thing in the pulpit, you know.
So my dad, being a singer himself, he used to be in a singing group in high school himself. He ended up before he got into ministry, he was always a singer. But then he became a preacher, Baptist preacher. And I used to see him, he used to do this song, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. You know what I'm saying? It was a hymn.
See,
it was a hymn.
Let me say something right quick for the listener. See, he one of them singers that'll bust one right quick in the middle of a conversation. He one of them guys. He got it. The Most High blessed him like that. You hear it. You hear it.
Look, that man came on the top with
off the
it.
dome with it.
I'm still getting it
But that's-
together.
Hey, wait. We're gonna get the lessons going. Yeah. Hey, I believe in you though.
When I got
Go ahead.
So, yep. Yeah, I love music, man. It's in me. It's in me.
Yes.
I can't even help it. But my dad used to seeing him sing. He used to always, as a child, he said, as a baby, he used to lean me against his neck and let me feel the vibration from his neck and then I was like one of the ones that actually, because I have 9 siblings, I was actually one of the ones that actually took on singing. And when I was a child, even in the car, he would play a lot of Stevie Wonder, a lot of Marvin Winans, Fred Hammond, you know, Sam Cooke, gospel and like real rap, real R&B, you know what I'm saying? And dang, sorry about that.
No.
Sorry about that.
You
Yeah. Yeah. So he would always do stuff like this. He would make me copy him. We would play copycat with singing, and I would learn how to mimic certain things and techniques just off of mimicking. And that's kind of where the beginning came from, singing, just playing copy. He was like, and I would have to copy him. He'd say, can you do this? And he'd just do little simple stuff.
Yeah.
And I would have to memorize it and hear it and then translate it back to him. And that turned into me becoming more confident over time. And also later on, another guy by the name of Corte Ellis, who's a Grammy Award winning songwriter who was from Portsmouth, working with Missy and all of those people, had grabbed hold of me during the time frame of me getting in those fights in high school. And he put me in a boy group that was being managed by Monty and all those guys that was with the Clip. The Clips was in that same circle, all of those people. But I was in a group, they was trying to make us into the new Black Street. It didn't work out because they only wanted a handful of us, a couple of us and everything, and it kind of got tense, so to say the least. And I went my way, everybody went their way. And here I am, man. Here I am.
Hey, I'm glad you are here because now we're gonna go back to, like you said, you was feeling like, I mean, you know, you had the potential, right? At this time, you know, you had it in you, and like I said, you know, like when it comes to this music thing, it has to be a part of you. It's a part of your DNA, right? And so we can agree there, right? So you got all this going on at this point, and you're, like I said, you're having all these opportunities, which is what you were speaking about, you know, before we jump back, did a step backwards. So, how was things? What was your mindset at this point, and what led you to eventually settle and find peace within the Most High to, you know, get you to this point?
Man, that's a loaded question. That's a good question too. All right, I went solo. I kind of got to a point where me and my group that was managed by Jay Holiday's folks and everything, we had kind of went our separate ways, and I started going solo. I went solo for a while, and started developing. I started opening up for like Raheem Devon and Drew Hill and Tevin Campbell, Life Jennings, and all these different wonderful people. I used to sing inside of Walmarts and sell CDs. That was like my hustle, because I was living far away from home, and that was the way I made money, was selling CDs and singing for people on the streets. And that translated into promoters grabbing a hold of me and saying, yo, the people I used to sing for used to ask promoters to book me. And that kind of was like, yo, get that guy, he'd be singing in grocery stores, that guy, and be hustling CDs. And eventually that got me opening up for shows and stuff like that. Then opportunities came with labels and things like that. I met a wonderful guy by the name of Yahweh. Interesting name too. He was managing me. Yahweh, big love to Yahweh. You probably watching right now. But Yahweh, I was dating a young lady by the name of Tanya. I need not even say that. Erase that. I was dating a young lady. It didn't work out. She had a wonderful aunt. And her aunt was an Israelite. And we used to live together. I was living in sin. I was shacking up, won't living right. And her aunt came over, and she was always like, she was with Pastor Bowie and them out of Chicago. And that's where I kind of like started my journey of like this other perspective of Judeo-Christian viewpoint. I was like, and she used to always say, we the people, we the people. I was like, well, why does it matter? I said, I know Christ. You know what I'm saying? That was always like my argument. I was like, why does it matter? Like, you know what I'm saying? And the more I studied, and she would say things that were always tricky. She said, because we have a purpose that we have to fulfill. The tail must become the head. And that's going to happen within our people. And she used to always stress this thing to me. And she was always so loving and gentle about it. And she was never abrasive. She had the Spirit of God on her. And she always was kind, you know? And so I knew she never was cussing me out or none of that. It was always a thing of, I know Christ is with this woman. What is it that you want me to receive from her? And I prayed about it.
If I remember where you at, so everyone hear that, like, you don't have to be abrasive with this truth. You just got to live it. Let your light shine. And it's a way that we can move differently and let it be known differently, because we know that the whole awakening of our people is getting a bad rep from those that are doing it outside of the Spirit. And you know, the one key thing he said, he synced the what? The Spirit of the Most High on them. So that's let that sink in. You know, as far as us striving to be a light in these times to share this message. But go ahead, out.
Kind, man. So she's telling me things, and I'm calling my mom. I'm calling my folks to try to I'm like, Mom, I think this lady is on to something. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching videos. She put me on to Pastor Bowie. They bringing out historical facts and like things that, you know, Acts 13:1, where it says, you know, they were called Niger. You know, they were called black when they went into Antioch. You know, and I'm like, she said, why is the Bible telling us this? And we think that it doesn't matter. Why does the scripture tell us? We're the one that that's telling our people that it doesn't matter. God isn't telling us that. And when she set that on me like that, I started realizing that the environment that I was in the music industry, God was waking me up. He was saying, because I didn't know a conversation that was going to be life-threatening was about to take place soon as I'm learning this truth. And I'm going to go there. It was a fork in the road that came about as God was trying to snatch me. The Satan came and we had a real conversation. I ain't gonna say no names. There's some big people that was involved, and we'll go there. But while I'm with her, while I'm in that household with my ex, I'm studying with her. We started coming to the, you know, I kind of stuck with it, and I found out, you know, I ran across IUIC, ISUPK. I'm listening to these brothers. I'm like, they dropping some Jews. They kind of consistent, but they cussing people out. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't Christ. And I was like, you know, I love them. You know, I love them to life. I love brothers. You know, if you in that walk, that's cool. If that's where you at, cool. It just wasn't for me. I follow that we got to be all things to all men, and we got to be fishermen of men, and that's a skill set that doesn't come by just being rough around the edges, thinking that we can slap everybody around, they're gonna respond the same. So that when I ran across GOCC in my journey of just research and trying to find the right group, because I was like, if this is the truth, it got to be somebody out here preaching Christ. Baptism, the tenets that I know are definitely biblical. Because if you want to pick and choose which baptism you want to accept, I'm thinking like it'd be safe to accept them all. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying it's just the word, cool. But when you want to play it safe and jump in some water too, that was my.
That make a lot of sense.
That's why I was like,
get dipped in the water all day, but hey, you gotta get you gonna have to get some water. We ain't gonna break it down, but hey, if all the listeners, especially in the time we at, you better get. If you ain't hit the water, you better hit it.
And the elders just brought that
And
out.
hit it quick
too. They just brought that out. Look, the water saved.
We must be cleansed.
Got to be.
Look at it like this. So you gonna go a full week without a bath?
Not I, said the child.
Not my armpits.
That's just thinking, on the lower level. Like, you want to be clean.
Right.
So, if you think about that for your flesh, what about your spirit?
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't going to take it back. It keep going out. So, take us all the way in, man. So you see these cats, or these brothers, at the point they're at. Hopefully they cross over. But it wasn't, the spirit wasn't driving you there, right?
It wasn't saying that this is my stand. Like, they taught me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I sat there and learned with them. I don't want to devalue what they do, because it's, even in the body of Christ, there's some value in every part. And I don't want to be that guy to say that these brothers aren't operating in some level of conviction. But I know where God was leading me was like, okay, I'm not going to limit myself to saying it got to be this or that when both of them could be just as important as the other. And that's where I went to. That's where God was convicting me at. And that's what I stuck with. And then, so as I'm learning this and I run into GOCC and I run across Elder Rakar, I'm like, yo, something up with this dude. You know what I'm saying? It's something up with this dude for real. Like, because he was not only, and I'll be waiting for him to say, because he'll say something and it'll be like, then he'll do some real, pull out some history that ain't never, some old dusty book or whatever, and he'll pull it from under the table or something. And I'm like, yo, this dude got the book to prove it.
Oh, you talking about the old school videos, boy.
So I'm like, yo,
how long you been following, Ike?
I've been in this joint. I've been in this going on 8 years, but 7 right now.
Yeah,
yep, 7
you was
years.
right there when it was in the dungeon.
Almost when we started.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, at least me. I've been 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boy, there was the dungeon days when they had them books. You can blow that thing up.
It wasn't even about making the video look pretty. The spirit was pretty on those videos because you was receiving it. It had you stuck to the screen like this, man. Like, yeah, those were the times, and we still, the spirit is still coming through heavy now. But yeah, man, go ahead.
Man, when he was bringing out stuff like, and all praises to God for God using that man for doing this work, because I don't want to seem like I'm like, for those, because I got Christian pastors and everybody listening, I want y'all to understand that that I understand that God is moving in this time frame, and he's utilizing it. He said, from the mouth of babes, there's a lot of young people on here that have a zeal for God that you probably see, and it's not by mistake. What you're seeing is prophecy being fulfilled. And one thing I saw with Elder Rakar that he was bringing out was that especially when he brought out the Native Americans, and knowing that my grandmother was full-blooded Native American, and I was wondering, I was like, dang, I was a fool to think through school that I'm seeing these not so black Native Americans and only viewing them as the image. And I'm like, my grandma is a Native American from Emporia, Virginia, from the from the thing, from the reservation.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't we being represented? And why is that a thing to make us only want to be thought of as African American? And so that was a conversation that I thought Elder Ricard was bringing out, and then when he started bringing out the language and highlighting that this is a form of Hebrew, I was like, this is tangible. So whatever I was learning with the auntie over here, he's bringing forth, he's fulfilling it. He's like connecting the dot for me. And then he's not cussing nobody out while doing it. He's using tact and a lot of things that I was like, the Spirit of God is on this man. He's not perfect, but he's doing the best he can. I'm seeing him, I'm like, yo, this is it. So I stuck with it, been with him ever since. And I called him on the phone. He was out in the UK. And he probably don't even realize I had talked to him for like 2 hours. And him and I was talking for like 2 hours, and we was relating to each other quite a bit. And he was like, yeah, man, he said, man, he said he used to be with the labels and everything. And he didn't even know like how impactful and how that was kind of like connecting to me in my walk, but I was like, man, that's dope. That's cool, man. I didn't even know you was into the music like that. And he said, yeah, man, I'm about to go down in the studio. He was in the UK. He went down and started playing on the keys a little bit, fiddling around, heard him more. He said, yeah, I got a little setup down here.
In connection with what Maestro was bringing out on his show. Okay.
So he was messing around or whatever, and we talking and everything. I told him I was trying to find a body that was out there. And during that point in time, I was in DC area. And he was just like, he said, yeah, I can link you in with during that point in time it was I forgot my man's name out there. Well, now it's Deacon Byron and them, but it was a different leader at that point. And I went there, man. They was in the house at that point. They just had it in the house. They was holding it, and their studies inside of a home. And it was beautiful. They were feasting all the time, always eating good lamb and everything. And we was in there keeping the Sabbath and loving each other, man. It was always a moment of family, man. It was like Christmas time every Sabbath. That's the way I felt. I was like, yo, this is banging, yo. This is like better than Christmas, yo. For real.
Man, you got me wanting.
Hey, what's your favorite holy day?
What's my favorite holy day? Ooh.
And for the listeners,
that's kind of like
that's
almost not a fair question, man. That's almost not fair, man.
Everybody, what's your favorite holy day?
Mine is Tabernacles. Mine is Tabernacles will forever be my favorite.
I like Tabernacles. I do. I haven't been able to do it with everybody. I've done it at home. I've done. I like Purim. I really, really do like. I like Passover.
So is this the order from one on one, and then the rest is like?
I think he just saying he like holy days. Period. I think that's what's going on.
Passover would be the top one. Passover.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
I had only done one Passover with everybody, and that was with my local assembly. But the one that I always wanted to link up with everybody, man. I always wanted to link up with everybody, man, because I seen the beauty in it. But Passover is the day, yo. If y'all ain't done if you watching this and you don't know nothing about Passover, Easter is not touching Passover on no shape, form, or fashion. Them eggs
ain't not one
nothing
you
with
can get over that.
Hey, we got a lot of tabernacles, man. But it's the thing though, for those that are listening that may not understand what we're speaking about. Everything we're speaking about is according to the Word of God. You know, if you believe in Christ, at least examine the Word to see what days you should be keeping every year and training it and teaching your children about. It must be according to the Word, and that's what we're speaking about. And get your culture back, get your heritage back. That's all we're speaking about, family. Yeah.
Con. Yeah, man, and that was a big thing for me, man. Those holy days kind of brought the light, like, because one thing. People like, my family, they're like, I ain't giving up Christmas. I'm not giving up that. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't giving up nothing when you come into this, because really, you really are upgrading. It's Christmas on upgrade. It's like you're getting a VIP Christmas. You know what I'm saying? With the extras on it, it's better. Like when God do something, it's so much better. You know. So, you know, and like, you know, Christmas is like, I hate to say it, man. If you ever went somewhere where they don't season their chicken, they don't put no hot sauce on the chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is.
Yeah.
Christmas is that.
Yeah.
They ain't put no hot sauce on that jump.
Yeah, Araka just made a statement like, he said that's how it used to be. Like what he's saying, like how it used to feel like an upgraded Christmas and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like remember when we used to be at Elder Will house down in Memphis? It'd be like that every single time, just jumping. Right. We ain't had no building then. It was just
the house. Like
the house.
You got a chance to experience that.
Yeah.
And think about it, man. We got to cherish these moments. Cherish these moments now. Love each other now. You know, enjoy what we can enjoy now, but because we know what time is coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why we on here finding ways to encourage one another to continue to do what it is the Most High is giving you. Keep doing this race. All right. Now getting back to the brother with the gift, and we're hoping that he continues to endure and get us more music out, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get ready to go into the break. We're gonna come back. He's gonna come back with the rest of the story that he wanted to tell us about, that big decision he had to make, huh? And then we're going to touch on some more of his gift, because this is truly a gift. And for those that have checked out his music, you know it is. So we pray and ask y'all to stick with us. Help us vibe this thing all the way out. It's your brother Stevie Dimond in the building with your brothers Aksham
and Akchop.
We'll be back.
Rise, Yasharala, rise up. Rise is a car. Rise, Yasharala, rise up. Rise, Trapper Ephraim, rise, Yasharala, rise up. Rise, Trapper Gad, rise, Yasharala, rise up. Rise, Trapper Levi, rise, Yasharala, rise up. Rise, Benjamin, rise, Yasharala, rise up. Rise, Trapper Judah, rise, Yasharala, rise up.
I'm gonna love you, put no one above you. I'm gonna love you, put no one above you.
Tell me what now, what's next? Tell me what now, what's next? Yeah, tell me what now, what's next? Don't invest in a world that's led by death. In the end, y'all won't get rest. Tell me what now, what's next? Yeah. I never eat no pork, fight your wars, pray he never see your corpse. It's something they never seen before, a generation who will see the Lord. What a blessing it is to raise up a son. I was excited the day when we brought you home. Train you up for the kingdom until it come. We war with demons and fight them until it's won. Even though he sped up time, my people compromise. I pray you see that grass ain't greener on the other side.
When you come out that water, get ready to ride. It's finna get real, yeah. Prophesied about them last days. What people we hear, misled and oppressed for some time. Wait.
We just want to give you thanks right now for all that you've done. As we open our minds and our hearts and give you praise. You sent your son. Here in this place, we marvel at you. He was persecuted. We humble ourselves in your grace. We just want to give you love. Here in this place, bearing your fruit. As we seek your face, here in this place, we won't forget what you did on that cross. We give you praise. Right now, we're just gonna open our hearts and our minds. Here in this place, we give you praise. All praises to our higher by Yeshua Yeshaya, Robo Wakadai, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Here in this place, we marvel at your glory. We humble ourselves in your grace. Here in this place, as we seek your face, hung on that tree, he bled, he died, he rose. It was not by works that any man could ever boast. I pray that your heart's convicted, 'cause some will abort the mission. We will endure, we will enjoy as we walk in His truth. In His likeness, we will walk in His love, in His righteousness, bearing His fruit to the end of days. Reflect all His ways here in this place. We marvel at your glory, we humble ourselves in your grace here in this place. As we seek your face here in this place.
Yeah, we back after a beautiful selection. So I just want to run a couple things down before we get back into this beautiful interview. So we want to announce that last show we did have three winners of the giveaway. Three of them, right? Three winners. The commercial that you all saw, that's our brother Araka Ka with COE. Has a project coming out, so one of the winners will get an exclusive download of that. They have email. If you're listening, you already know we followed up with you all. You will be receiving your giveaway soon. One of the other Akim, the shirt that I had on last show as well. Like I said, we got the new ones on today. If you like it, if you like these shirts, man, we just letting the Spirit get us. And like, if you're spiritually connected, like 1 Corinthians 6-17 say, let us know in the comments, But we at the 800 mark, so hey, we will be doing another one. Not this show, but tune in next show, Father's willing, for your chance to possibly get that giveaway. All right, so y'all just keep building with us. We gonna show y'all the love that y'all been showing us, cause that's what it's all about. It's love that's gonna get us through this thing, man. So, yeah, that's it. And like I said, for the brother that's gonna get the project, we will keep you updated on when it comes out. So let's get back into it, cause I know a lot of us. One of the reasons why we came on this show to see our brother, because we love the song we just heard. And I think Chop got a question for Stevie. And you on mute, Stevie, if you unmute yourself, man. Because we want to hear what you got to say. You got to hear what you got to say.
Man.
So real quick, Mr. Stevie Dimond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to say it like that. Stevie Dimond.
Coming off that break, huh?
Yes, sir. Right. So
Cause I want to say something when you say Stevie Dimond. Like when I was listening to the song, it made me move like Stevie. You feel me? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh man.
Just seeing him vibe to the song during the break.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. We want to know, in what place were you when you made that song?
In this place.
In this place.
Man, I wasn't where I wanted to be, but God was putting me where I needed to be.
Could you say that again?
I wasn't where I wanted to be, but God was putting me where I needed to be. And I was definitely going through some things. My dad, was in a state and is in a state of going through dementia, and things that was happening in my personal life. I probably won't want to highlight here, but things that were going on, with my battles with my home and things like that, was really heavy on me, because that Satan wants to attack, any way he can, and he'll utilize any and everybody, and he uses fear, uses the lack of trust in people that that you should that are part of your household, that you hold dear to you. He knows exactly how to create a disconnect where you don't even recognize each other, and so that song was ministering to my heart, because I knew God, our only thing that was going to get me and is going to get me through these times is him. And no matter what place I am, my dad used to always say this thing. He said, "It's not in the land, it's in the man." I don't even think he understood why God was telling him that to that degree, because God started showing me it was such a bigger reason for that statement that resonates with me to this day. Because God has placed me in so many different places in this world and in my walk, and I'm like, God has been with me. I mean, literally, I've talked to an angel, and I don't even, that's a whole nother discussion, but that's a story within itself. But a literal angel, a literal one, couldn't believe, and still was in disbelief after talking to him. But that let me know that there's something going on in my life that has to be fulfilled. That's beyond me, and you'll hear a little bit of it in this story here about my choice that I had to make with the music industry, because Satan was even there, and he knew things about me through these industry people that I didn't even know they knew, and they knew things about my breakup with the girl I was dating during the time and everything. But let me know where you want me to start at, because I'll start there. And
So start right there where it gets to where you feel like you at the ultimatum. You gotta, leading to that part where you have to make that final decision and choose Christ over everything.
So I'm all right. So I'm learning about us being the Jews and everything, and the Bible prophesying to these things and gathering us from the four corners of the earth, and how God is going to do all this stuff. And I'm starting to realize that I'm in a situation here, because I'm in an industry that's ran by people that don't have my best interest. And I don't have any hate against a Jewish person. I have one of my best friends, Kronberg. Shout out to Kronberg. That was my brother. He's a Messianic Jew. Him and his family used to show me major love growing up. Didn't even know I was any of that stuff that I know now. But so no matter what, he operates in his level of convictions based off of what he knows. I don't fault him, because if something was to happen to me, he will be there probably harder than some others. You know what I'm saying? But that's my dude. So, but anyways, so I'm about to go to this meeting. I got this little phone call from Yahweh. Yahweh say, "Yo, hey Diamonds," he talk like, "Hey Diamonds, hey, we got hey." He probably listening right now. I shot him the video or whatever. say Diamonds, hey, we got a meeting tonight, you know. Shoot, should I say this over the camera? Because I tagged some people from the industry, and I had a meeting with some well-known singers, a well-known singer manager from Virginia. I'm gonna keep it that narrow, but keep it that broad at the same time, because I don't want to
operate with discretion.
Yeah, because I don't want to offend nobody, because this thing, this world is small and people going. And we had a little meeting or whatever, and I'm gonna keep it real, man. We went up to we was out there in National Harbor, and we went up to the Gaylord Hotel or whatever. We dancing or whatever, having a good time. It was about 5 of us. It was one of the mutual friends' birthday party. Gotcha. Yeah. So I'm just like, you know, at that point, you know, it's a birthday party gathering or whatever, and they you know, she's saying things to me, and just saying things to me or whatever about, you know, my relationship with my girl during that time that I didn't know she knew, and all this and da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of strange. But anyways, you know, but she was cool and everything. We have, you know, had a couple friendly drinks or whatever, and then we get back to the hotel room, and they asked me to sing Happy Birthday because it was the mutual friend's birthday or whatever, and I sing Happy Birthday, and they start saying, hey, it was like, yeah, you could work on a couple of things vocally and da 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 da, you know, giving me pointers and whatever, you know, after singing Happy Birthday. And then she says, but you want to get in the industry, right? So I'm like, yeah. So I'm thinking she's about to give me some good tips, business, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want to get in. She said, you know what you got to do, right? I said, what I got to do? I said, you got to sell your soul. So I'm like, she started naming different people that did it, well-known people. And kept trying to coerce me through, you know, certain well-known household names. And that from that point, I knew it was real.
So if I could, as you continue, so when she came to you about selling your soul, did she give specifics of what selling your soul is?
Yep. I'm about to go there too. Okay. So it was two ways she explained. One is called a financial sacrifice, and this is more like a business, open mind. It's a cognitive. You know what you're getting yourself into agreement. Okay, you know it. Satan does not operate in ambiguity at this point. Is you got to make a conscious choice, because Satan is the accuser. He's gonna want to accuse you at the end of this. You know what I'm saying? That's his job. But so he's coming to me, and I realize. She says you gotta, you know, you can make a financial sacrifice or agreement or whatever, which means you make an agreement, and we could come along and snatch you up and take away all your finances and put you in jail for something that you didn't do consciously.
If you break the contract, right?
Well, the contract is so messed up that you got to have a lawyer, and she said, you better have a good one. She told me that you better have a good one if you're going to do that. She said, I did it. And I was like, oh, shoot. She said, yeah, well, how do you think this nice hotel, and they bought this and bought that. I'm sitting there in this room, and everything became like, woo, started slowing down. Like, whoa, I felt like everything was going weird for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was warping in front of me. I was like, really? This is what's going on right now, huh? So I'm like, okay. So
second choice.
I said, okay, well, so what's the other one? What's the other sacrifice, the blood sacrifice? She said, the other one's blood sacrifice. That's right. She tells me that after I asked, what's the other one? She said, blood sacrifice. And she said, that's when you gotta get pretty much sacrifice somebody that you love. Can't be somebody, I said, well, it can't be nobody I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Because I was inquiring, because I was like, shoot, if somebody might get hit real quick, you know. But I, you know, at that point in my, but it won't righteous to even think that way. But I was thinking like, dang, like y'all really messed up right now, right? So it made me So I lean. This is like a hotel room. It's like a little island in the middle, marble top. Really nice hotel room, marble top island in the middle. Little bottle of Ciroc on there. You know, talking over the little bottle and everything. And I lean against the thing, and I'm just like, the little island. I'm like, and the guy just told me to tell her. I said, you know who you are. I said, yo. I said, you did that. You did, because she told me she did it, and it bothered me. It shook my spirit up. You know what I'm saying? A person of that stature. And I'm sitting there, it irritated my spirit so much. And I said, do you know who you are? I said, yo, nah, yo. And she was like, well, you know, we was going to hang out, but the night, you know, she said, you're talking like my brother. And da-da-da-da-da. It's because one of the girls was from, I can't say no. I ain't going to say that. I was going to leave certain things out, but I'm going to omit certain things out of respect. All right. So that was what it was. That's what it is. And that's what they put in the public eye anyway. So it ain't nothing, no secret. You know what I'm saying? So if you want it to be a secret, don't put it on TV. Don't make it into a comedy show. Don't put all that mess on TV. That's the way I see it. And I'm just speaking what it is. I'm just speaking from my experience. I'm not here to expose nobody. But the nature, the spirit in which they operate, because the Bible talks about how sin does, it needs a blood sacrifice. It needs one. And Christ is ours. He wants us to operate. He wants to give us life and give it for the righteous. He says he wants to give us life and give it to us more abundantly. He doesn't want us to die. See, they want death. So they give you the illusion that they've given you the better deal.
Better life.
The better life. But you got to worry at the end of that.
Exactly.
Stress.
You're going to be sitting around scared at the end of your road, because I know what you did. And it ain't nothing, but you can repent. You got a chance to repent out of that wickedness.
And this is the same thing that if y'all new to the channel, make sure y'all go check out some of the older shows that we have. We had iTunes or King Kwam.
He was faced with the same.
He was faced with the same
King
exact decision. And there's no coincidence that they're hitting our people with this, you know, that has this high level talent with these decisions. It's like they need the salts.
And if I may say, because, you know, some validity to what he's saying, like the one about the, what they said, the financial sacrifice, and they can come lock you up at any time. But I'm pretty sure there's certain things you can do to prolong your stay within it. Look who they got. R. Kelly. You know, Kodak, he just got out. And he ain't been the same since he got out, if you ask me. Boosie, all these different guys.
It's no coincidence. T.I.?
Mm-hmm. Is it you play the game? Because you didn't sow your soul. And like that's scriptural too, but we won't go into it for the sake of time. But man, hey.
And I want to say this as well. You can't sell nothing that you don't own. And see, that's where when a lot of people get faced with that situation, they think they actually selling something. You're not selling nothing at all. The Most High has precedence over that. He owned that. He said, don't fear the one who can't hurt the what? Soul.
Right. You've just yielded the power that the Father has given you to a lower being. That's all you've done.
That's it.
You've given over your power. Because he said he didn't give us what? The spirit of fear. But what? Power. And what else? Love. That's why one of the sacrifices is what? To give one that you love up. And then what? Sound mind. When you make this agreement with them, you don't have a sound mind. That's why a lot of them saying, you know, in their music and interviews and stuff like that, we got the fame and prestige, but we struggling here. Con?
Amen. Con, man. I pray for these brothers, man. I love them to life. I'm you know, I come from everything that they come from. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm really gentle because it's not about trying to expose them, because I know they're people. I know they got families and all of that. They're trying to feed them. I get it. But it's coming to a head now. A lot of people are dying. A lot of people are getting harmed. A lot of y'all are being your power is being utilized to destroy not nobody else but your own first. And it's gonna come to your household very soon. If it ain't already touched your household, it's gonna touch it. So I really pray for y'all, man. You can come up out of that, man. Today, you can repent. You can come back to Christ. You can come back to that word. We are those people. We are those people that's here, that's sent. This music is sent to unify us and get us back under that hedge of protection, which is God, because Satan is scared. He needs you. He needs you. You're more powerful than he is.
Absolutely.
He needs you. He needs you. That's why he's inviting you. So, but guess what? We're giving you the invitation to have life and have it more abundantly, have peace of mind, sound mind. You know, and that's why we're here. And as brothers and sisters to help each other through our struggles. Yeah, man. And
that's what we're gonna promote all the way through and through here at TBT Radio / podcast and at Christ Over Everything. We have to walk in that power, walk in that conviction. You know, not be ashamed of Christ. I was listening to something, man, today. It was just pretty much saying not to be ashamed. There's no longer time for that. We see it's a reckoning happening in the earth. Perplexities, signs and events. If you're not paying attention, you must be blind. And I'm not just talking spiritually. You have to be physically blind to not see the times that are upon us. So here in this place, TBT, GOCC, as believers in Christ throughout the four corners of the earth, it is time to move in the spirit and be spiritually connected. To the Father and the one that gives life first, and to each other, loving each other. Right? Because one of the songs we're going to leave it out with, man, which you got a message in there. That's what I'm saying, man. I pray that you continue to bless us with your music, man. Don't let nothing stop you. That's another thing I want to speak on, man. I know you've telling me in our previous conversations, man, how, you know, where we're at now. So now we finna get ready to dive into the blessings, because when people think about, you know, serving God, they think it's all doom and gloom. Nah.
Not at all.
The Father, the God of heaven and earth, the great I am, Ahaya Shah Ahaya, he's in the blessing business. Can I get a con?
Con.
You feel me? So let's speak about that. You feel me? So we've seen that this is a journey. You've been through the battle. You've been through the test. You've had to lean on faith when it comes to the gift that you have. And we all are here to see and let you know that you have a gift, right? Let's speak about the things where he have you now. So now we have you on the show, right? All right.
Wow, man. Let me tell you, man. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to be transparent because if I don't say this in such a way, and this is out of respect for everybody, all parties involved, you know, and I love my wife. I deem her as my wife. Well, whoever else doesn't deem it as that, fine. If you don't believe in a Hebrew marriage, fine. But that's my wife. I love her. So there was attack on my household, and spiritual attack, confusion, things. A lot of things happen. And it's coming together. It's coming together, but for the greater good, because the power of God is being magnified and not my own. It's not because Stevie is right. It's not because somebody is right, one party is right, because God is righteous and he operates only in that. And I want him, sometimes these things have to happen. Things have to get broken so God can fix them. It just has to happen. You know what I mean? It's just a part of the equation. The miracle. It's a part of the equation. So God is breaking things right now, but he's fixing them right before your eyes. I was broken just about a month ago. I was a really broken man. I don't play around with marrying anybody. That's a big thing. When I choose somebody to give my life to, That's for real. I'm not perfect. I have things, you know, I'm a man. I'm in this flesh. I need prayer. I need to sacrifice my flesh every day. That's just what it is. And I'm real about that. So my house is broken. I give it all away. Everything's done. Everything is done, right? I ain't saying who right, who wrong. I don't care about none of that. But what I do care about is that God, one thing I can say is this, that there was something that was said that I said at the end of it, I said, I'm gonna show y'all that the force of God is gonna operate. All right, y'all? I told them that, the opposition, because it was Satan in the opposition. They didn't know. They didn't know. I said, no, the force of God is gonna come. And I meant it. I meant it with every part of my being, that the great I am is gonna show up. Because he's been with me for a long time in this walk. And I'm so serious. I'm so convicted in that. And he punishes me fast. So I know he's real, he's active, but he also blesses me fast. So a month later, you guys call. I love the record. This song been sitting on the internet for over a year. And shout out to my brother AC. Big love to AC, man. AC is the sound guy. He does a lot of stuff for the Elder Ricard and Elder. He played the song for Elder, and he played it on his broadcast some months ago, almost a year ago. Passover, around that time. No, it's at Tabernacles. Excuse me. And Elder loved it, played it on his broadcast, and then it developed. It was developing legs right then because it was just sitting there. I didn't know who was going to connect to it. The Holy Spirit was guiding it and walking it. The song developed legs of its own, and it's walked into the hearts of so many people. And as my home was being broken and people was saying things, and it made me question myself for a minute. And I said, nah, God, you gonna get the glory in this. Yeah, this is you. You gonna get the glory. Some people ain't believing right now. They don't understand. This is the God that delivered us out of the house of bondage. Right now, Satan is trying to bind my house up. He's trying to put bondage on my house. He's trying to put bondage on the minds and fear in the minds of people. You know, I'm allow God to bring clarity. And so now he's making it a clear statement. Right now, you guys called me. Right, hey, I want you on the broadcast. This is after Elder Ricard does what he does. Now you call me. Boom. Segment. Right after that, maybe a few days later, I get a call from some brothers way out in Cali. Hey, man, we believe in Higher by Hashem Yeshaya. Hey, man, I love that record. We was going through a storm. We playing the song. The storm, man, it helped us get through the storm. The storm moved right. Like, they were saying things like, things that was powerful in their testimony about their experience with this record. And there's plenty of it under the comments. And I thank God for each and every one of you brothers and sisters that are going through what you're going through, because God is moving. That song, then they go and say, we're going to book you. We want to book you for a show out here in Cali, Feast of Trumpets. Can you come, brother? And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, where's my purpose, Lord? I'm going through a lot, personal life. God, what you say, I got you. I love you enough. I'm going to show you that there is love for you here, Steve, amongst the brethren, amongst the sisters, amongst everybody. And he did that, and he showed he did a work, man. And he's doing a work right in front of me. So now I'm going to Cali on the 7th. Everything paid for. Shout out to Malak, Israel. Shout out to Peasy. All the brothers is going to be on stage with me. Shout out to those brothers. Then I get a call. Also, GOCC, LA, already want me on Passover for this up and coming Passover. So they got me booked for next year. So I'm on there. So then Christian Radio calls me. We get the Christian Radio wants to pick up the record, put it on Christian Radio. All praises. All within the sequence of a month after Satan tried to play with my mind. And I stood my ground in prayer and fasting. And
Oh my
because
goodness. Man, come on with it, Doc. Bring it.
The Father show you when He wants you, man. I'm telling you, He look. Before you go there, I just want to say this real quick. And the Father definitely will show you when He wants you. If you doing something that He do not want you to do, He gonna redirect you with the quickness. Definitely with the quickness. Oh, praise to the Most High. Go ahead, bro. I ain't gonna rant. Go ahead, bro.
No, but that was it, man. I just, all of these things I give glory to God to, because it was not that this song was for that purpose. It was for this moment, so He could get His power shown to the world. Because I'm gonna magnify Him. I'm gonna magnify the great I am. I'm gonna tell you the only difference between the one fine difference is that my Sunday believers, and I love my Sunday believer church brothers and sisters and everything, that's striving to get to this, to really all they're really trying to do is get to where this truth is. They don't realize it because they're searching. Mm-hmm. They gotta get out of their comfort zone. It's gonna get a little uncomfortable. Because trust me, I'm uncomfortable at times, and God just comforts me. He's my comfort. And but one thing I see that was significant with the one day, Deacon Carlton, I'm at church. This one I knew it was real. We at church on Sabbath day. Deacon Carlton, big love to my deacon, man. We at church or whatever. The sound system was messing up. He couldn't get it right for nothing. He was like, man, this is a spirit. It was like that show was just going off, doing all types of humming and everything. It was crazy. And then it just stopped working. It stopped working. He couldn't figure out why. He was like, look, this is a spirit, y'all. Let's just break off and pray. Say so he goes and tells all women head covered. You know how we do. So we doing it. Boom. In the name of Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya Babawak Dodge. We pray this to get fixed right now, dear God, that you move the spirit, whatever and that thing came back on immediately, right before my eyes. I said, "What?" I'm looking like, okay, this is different. I mean, I've seen prayers, but this was like very high energy, very, 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 very active in front of me kind of situation. So I said, man. I said, okay, that was real. So and from that point on, man, I seen things move in my life that was crazy. I talked to an angel that kind of let me know I was on the right path.
If I may speak, so you speaking about the prayer, right? Let them know about when I called you and you prayed, what happened, right?
Man, even with that joint, that was right before I got the. In fact, that was before I got the call about the joint. The call going to LA. That was before the trip to LA, and the song started taking off right then. Yep. That was before I got the call to go to the booking to LA, and we were just prayed about everything, about that the song being, that this podcast and everything, and it was just like right then, next day, and that's why. That great eye, like he did. When I say that God is about to do something before the eyes of people, he says these are small miracles. He's just trying to groom us to believe on small levels. Because watch, it's about to get very, very interesting.
Very spiritual in this thing.
Very spiritually interesting on a great, 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 great level for us people that are believers, that are knowers. I think believing is a downgrade from knowing, because I know my God. I know
right.
I know my Father.
Yeah, right.
And that's what we got to get to now. We can't just believe. He been trying to get us to, activate the faith to know what it was. I gotta quote one of my favorite ones that have been in heavy meditation. Hebrews 11:6, right? It says, without faith, it is impossible to what? Please Him. He that cometh to the Father must what? Know that He
Is. Woo.
Not just believe or have faith, but know that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those that what? Diligently seek him. So we got to get to that point where we know him. Man.
That's a fire precept. Put that in your bag.
Cause we there, y'all.
That was timely right there.
We are here. We are at that time when we got to know him for yourself and receive the spirit when it is moving. Man, hey, I'm because man, we can't stop the spirit, but I hope from the spirit reach the spirit to all the listeners. So
Actuals.
we're gonna have to get ready to wrap it up. But like I already told you, we're gonna have to bring you on again. You know, man. So we done told them about the blessings, man. We got another track that we gonna play before we leave out. But man, I heard you state, man, we got songs on your page, right?
Yep.
I know you was telling me about the projects you got. You got Human State of Mind. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Was that finished? Yeah or no? Did you ever get finished with that or?
Well, human is finished. God has led me into another phase, man. I was gonna do Kingdom State of Mind, but right now it's a thing that God put on my heart called Divine Timing.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's right now He's speaking to me in that way, and I want to do Kingdom State of Mind. I'm not gonna not do Kingdom State of Mind, but right now Divine Timing is where He's at right now, because everything is on God's timing right now, and I think people are losing faith because they don't understand how He's moving in His time. So I'm working in that capacity. I got some songs that actually that fit the narrative that I'm crafting for that narrative, and just keep me in prayer, man, because we're gonna be releasing some singles here very soon, and I pray that you guys just enjoy these records, because they're for us, they're for us to get us through, man. Definitely.
Because that's the music we're gonna need right now. You know,
yeah.
We're gonna turn up a little bit, but we gotta get that endure music. It's probably gonna have to be the next genre for the true music. Endure music. Because like that In This Place is one of them.
Right.
Say that again.
Yes.
What you say now?
I can't wait to get our records together, because man. Just be praying for me, because Satan be trying to keep me preoccupied, and I be trying to get with people and everything. But prayerfully, man, call me if y'all want to link up. You want to get records done, man. Let's start off in prayer, and then we move from there. Because I'm with it.
Man. So with you say this Divine Timing, right?
Yeah.
Is the next one. So that means that Kingdom Minded is kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of put to the side for a moment, because this is necessary, man. I see a lot of things going on with people, and I kind of don't write for the for myself. I write for the state of the world, and so it's not. Yeah, it's necessary. Divine timing is a topic I think is necessary right now.
Okay, well, I couldn't disagree with that. We definitely got to move and understand His divine timing and get in accordance with it, because whoever's not, you're gonna be late. You're gonna be late. When that ark closed, it's too late. When the master closed the door and you ain't got that lamp, it's gonna be too late. You feel me? So, what do you got something you want to say? Chuck, go ahead.
Yeah, this Steve?
Yeah, I'm about to get wrap it up.
Okay. So just real quick, y'all. Everybody, if you new, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, so YouTube can let you know almost every time we have a live show. When
they ain't hating, huh?
Right, when they ain't on that buffoonery.
And y'all already know how it is with everything that we're striving to bring forth in this spirit. We are in a battle, right? So the more y'all help us get the subscribers up, it's not about us being glorified or nothing like that. It's about, Christ getting the glory, because we can't even get to the Father but through Him. So Christ got to hit His first for the ultimate, sacrifice He's done for us and the blood He shed for us. So it's for His glory. That's why we are under the banner of Christ over everything. Everything that we do, it has to be Christ. And we're all work in progress. So as you all work with us, we're going to work with you all, and we're going to build. So, help us get those subscribers and, drive that traffic. So with that, man, love you all. But do you want to tell them a little bit about this song that we're about to go into? I love it, y'all. I played it and it stuck in my head. Y'all think In This Place is one of those endure tracks, but this one is, please listen to the words and the vibe, man. It's just, I'm speaking for you. Go ahead, Doc. Speak on that, man.
You're playing Human, right?
Right.
So Human was one of the first records that I wrote with that collection of that body of work, that collection of work, and it was one of them records that number one was like, I wanted to cross over. I wanted to connect with people that didn't necessarily know about God quite yet in those deep topics, but I wanted it to translate just so people can be interested to know that they are more than what they're told. You're not just human. You have more to you. You have something of you that is more than yourself, than you can know. And the Bible and God that's why God is trying to reach you. And so Human is that song, is that conversation. So I hope y'all like it. If you haven't heard it, I hope you like it. And please like and subscribe and hit that bell.
Yeah, tell them where they can find you, man.
Man, they can find me here.
That.
Man, they can find me on my Diamond Hits channel, Diamond HITZ with the zebra hits, ENT. That's my channel. Please follow me. Hit that bell. Please like, subscribe with us, COE. You can follow me. Hit me up. And I'm very tangible, very approachable person. Hit me up. I love you guys. Genuinely, I pray for you guys. And just do the same for me in return. And please tap in. We here. We love each other. We at work. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala. And I want to say this before you ride out, because I didn't get a chance to say this. Just listening to your testimony and everything that you, as far as how you were molded to the musical creator that you are now, man, the Most High has blessed you, man. All praises to the Most High. He's blessed you to have a musical direction with your songs. I know a lot of people that make music, but not a lot of people have a specific direction for just a song. And listen to your songs, you can it definitely takes you somewhere. And I love that about music. And that's one of the key things that I look for in songs. Where does this song take me? And can I use this song in my personal life? And your songs definitely do that for me, man. I want to say that all praise to the Most High. Wow. That does it for me.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. All praises, man. I want to send some love too to some of the Christian pastors that call me and Pat, Mr. James. I call him King James. He don't even realize how deep that is sometimes. King James, hey, Mr. James, I love you. And Barry, all of y'all brothers, man. I get it. I understand, man. Just know that we out here. We trying to shine our light, man. We love y'all just the same, man. Just we here. Just keep shining, y'all.
Keep shining.
Yep.
And to all the listeners, y'all keep shining as well. Everyone that listens, please share this after it is archived. And to my beautiful wife, we've played On the Inside. You got to go watch the rest of the. You got to start it over. We play On the Inside first. She loved that song, God. But let's take them out with him. and with that, we're going to pray on it.
And stay on it. Shalom, family.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Tell me my eyes deceive me, like I don't know wrong from right. Tell me keep on believing, your religion free my kind. How are you the judge and jury, and the one who does the crime? I guess I'll be forever blacklisted, and the one who does the time. Your lies are the truth, that's what you say. We live in the dark every Sunday. Before I learn how to drive in the coupe, learn to tie my own moves, before I tie my own shoes. Well, we out here selling souls for the wholesale. We out here riding on the devil's coattail. Finding out in due time, we won't walk that thin line. We can't walk that thin line to only be human. Oh, be human. Ooh, be human, only be. I got to be more than that. Be human. Oh, be human. Ooh, be human, only be. I got to be more than that. You told me there's no God, just theories. Then shout it from the mountaintops, knowing that my God still hears me. I'm praying that this end will come. False promises, something we're free now. How is that the world's at war? I march towards a righteous kingdom. Hopefully we will endure. Your lies are the truth, that's what you say. We live in the dark every